Did you know that your birthday holds the key to unlocking the secret of your deepest traits and spiritual destiny? In the mystic cosmos, every number carries a unique vibration, an energy that influences not just the world around us, but the very core of who we are. And the day you were born really does have a meaningful impact on your life. In this video, we will unpack this hidden knowledge. We will reveal the spiritual attributes associated with each birth date, techniques to activate your spiritual potential, and the deep meaning between your birth date and your special mystical heritage. Trust me, your precious time will not be wasted by watching this video. This video will reveal surprising truths about who you are, your spiritual archetype, your destiny, and the sacred purpose you each have to fulfill in this life. So watch it to the end, as it is a sign from the universe for you today. The passionate independence, the rebel archetype. Birth dates: 14th, 20th, 22nd, 31st. If you were born on the 14th, 20th, 22nd, or 31st, you are a rebel archetype, a free-spirited, independent truth-seeker who challenges societal norms and questions existing systems in order to break free from limiting beliefs and structures. Rebels value authenticity above all else, and are willing to march to the beat of their own drum, even if it means walking a lonelier path at times. To live as anything other than their raw, unfiltered selves would feel like a prison. For these boldly nonconformist souls, dissent isn't just rebellion for rebellion's sake. Their dissenting voices come from a deep wellspring of desire for positive change, growth, liberation, and the overthrowing of anything that obstructs human freedom and progress. With eagle-eyed perception, rebels are able to cut through the veils of illusion and cultural conditioning to perceive reality as it truly is, warts and all. They aren't afraid to speak out against injustice, oppression, or any other misuse of power, even if it means making others uncomfortable. The spiritual journey of the rebel is one of radical self-discovery and personal liberation. These free spirits understand that true freedom can only be achieved by fully embracing their authentic, uncensored selves without apology or compromise. Rebels reject conformity and refuse to be bound by societal expectations or norms. Instead, they are committed to living their lives according to their own values and ideals, no matter how unorthodox those may seem to others. This singleness of purpose is their source of power. However, the rebels' fierce commitment to transformation and positive disruption must be balanced with an awareness of the consequences of their actions. Reckless rebellion without a greater purpose can sometimes do more harm than good. The key is to be a force for constructive change rather than mindless chaos. At their best, rebels act as powerful catalysts that shake the rest of us out of our complacency and inertia. Their courage to live and speak their truth allows us to imagine new possibilities beyond the limitations of the way things are. The rebels' refusal to accept injustice sparks internal fires in others to stand up as well. Like modern-day revolutionaries, rebels are on a mission to overthrow the outdated power structures, belief systems, and limiting paradigms of the past to make way for a better, freer world for all. Their disruptive presence is the demolition that precedes the new construction. The reliable innovators, the guidelight archetype. Birth dates: 12th, 13th, 21st, 29th. Those born on the 12th, 13th, 21st, or 29th of the month are the guidelights of the world, reliable, nurturing, supportive individuals who act as beacons to guide others through the inevitable challenges and darkness that life brings. With traits like patience, steadiness, adaptability, and a deep wellspring of compassion, guidelights make ideal teachers, mentors, counselors, and advisors. Providing a safe harbor for those navigating stormy seas is their calling. On their spiritual journey, guidelights wholeheartedly embrace the role of teacher and guide, feeling a sense of profound purpose and fulfillment in sharing the wisdom and healing knowledge they've acquired to help illuminate the paths of others. However, guidelights understand that genuine teaching and learning must be a reciprocal exchange. Even as they are shining their light, they remain open to absorbing the insightful perspectives and life experiences of those they are guiding. This humble openness allows them to keep expanding their own wisdom. During the darkest, most tumultuous times in life, the reassuring presence of the guidelight can feel like a lifeline, providing both pragmatic guidance and nurturing emotional support to help people endure until calmer waters are reached. Their encouragement and affirmation reminds the struggling soul of its own indomitable strength. In a world that can often feel overwhelming and chaotic, guidelights shine as beacons of stability, dependability, and wisdom, dispelling shadows and illuminating the way towards growth, healing, and greater understanding. The reflective souls, the hermit archetype. Birth dates: 11th, 24th, 30th. If you were born on the 11th, 24th, or 30th of any month, you are a hermit archetype, someone who deeply values solitude and finds great meaning through introspection and inner exploration. For hermits, being alone is not a punishment or deprivation, it's a cherished state that allows them to go within and connect with their innermost thoughts, emotions, and spiritual essence without distraction. Solitude is a gateway rather than an isolation. These introspective souls understand that the greatest wisdom comes from periods of quiet contemplation and self-reflection. The depths of the human heart and psyche can only be fully plumbed in solitude, away from the noise and busyness of the outer world. On their spiritual journey, hermits focus intently on delving into the depths of their own souls to uncover hidden truths about themselves and their place in the grand scheme of the cosmos. Quiet, secluded sanctuaries provide the perfect environment for this deep inner work of self-discovery and enlightenment. For the hermit, cultivating a profound connection to the spiritual dimension and the divine source of all life is paramount. Solitude facilitates this connection by removing the masks we often wear in the presence of others to reveal our most authentic selves. However, as much as hermits cherish their solitude, they also understand the value of fostering genuine human connection and spiritual communion from time to time. When they do emerge from their introspective cocoons, the insights and wisdom they share through deep, meaningful discourse can be truly transformative for anyone who is receptive. The silent warriors, the mystic archetype. Birth dates: 5th, 7th, 19th, 28th. Those born on the 5th, 7th, 19th, and 28th of any month are the silent warriors who walk among us as embodiments of the mystic archetype. These individuals carry within them a stoic calm that masks a rich inner world, one in which intense spiritual quests and battles are waged in the depths of their beings, reflecting a profound self-awareness and an unshakable strength in the face of life's most daunting adversities. Mystics are driven by an insatiable desire to transcend the limitations of the physical world and to forge an enduring connection with something greater than themselves, a force that permeates the cosmos and imbues all of existence with a sense of profound, ineffable meaning. The mystic's journey is one of constant exploration, an unceasing quest to experience the divine in a direct, unmediated fashion and to undergo the deeply personal transformation that such an encounter inevitably entails. Mystics do not merely study or observe the spiritual realms, they embody the divine, becoming living conduits through which spiritual truths that transcend ordinary human understanding can flow freely. Their spiritual insight encourages those around them to embark upon deep personal explorations of their own, to peel away the layers of illusion and distraction that obscure the fundamental truths of our existence, revealing the infinite possibilities that lie cradled within the silence of our souls. For the mystic, the path inward is fraught with challenges and trials that must be overcome, for it is only through these ordeals that true growth and enlightenment can be attained. Yet the mystic does not shy away from such difficulties. They embrace them wholeheartedly, understanding that every obstacle is an opportunity to delve deeper into the mysteries of the self and the cosmos. The creative spirits, the artisan archetype. Birth dates: 4th, 10th, 17th, 27th. Those born on the 4th, 10th, 17th, or 27th of the month are artisans, humble, creative souls who have an extraordinary ability to find beauty in the most ordinary of things and express it through art, craftsmanship, and other forms of personal expression. For these individuals, creativity isn't just a hobby or a passion, it's a spiritual practice, a way of tapping into the divine source of all creation and allowing it to flow through them and out into the world as something beautiful and extraordinary. With a painter's brush, a sculptor's tools, a writer's pen, or any other medium, artisans shape the formless void into transcendent works of art that stir the souls of all who witness them. They see the artistic process as a sacred act of co-creation with the universe itself. On their spiritual journey, artisans embrace the creative spark within and use it as a source of inspiration and divine guidance. When they pour their entire heart and soul into their creations, they are truly walking in communion with the sacred essence of creativity itself. The works of the artisan are windows into higher realms, allowing the rest of us to experience glimpses of the sublime beauty that permeates all of existence. Like modern-day Merlins, artisans use their creations to weave a touch of magic into the mundane fabric of everyday life. However, self-doubt and perfectionism can sometimes act as barriers that block the creative flow of the artisan. It's essential that they learn to accept the subjective nature of art and understand that authentic self-expression, rather than attaining some imagined ideal, is what truly matters. The charismatic intellectuals, the seeker archetype. Birth dates: 3rd, 9th, 18th, 25th. If you were born on the 3rd, 9th, 18th, or 25th, you are a seeker, a person who is endlessly curious and constantly driven to expand your knowledge and understanding of this vast, wondrous universe we live in. For seekers, the pursuit of knowledge isn't just a pastime, it's an insatiable hunger, an unquenchable thirst that is deeply woven into the very fabric of their being. Learning is their lifeblood, their reason for being. Seekers don't hoard knowledge for themselves, instead, they have a selfless drive to share the wisdom they've gathered with anyone who wants to receive it. Helping others navigate the complexities of life and find their own personal paths to enlightenment is one of their greatest joys. On their spiritual journey, seekers place immense value on increasing their wisdom through the acquisition of knowledge from all sources, books, teachings, lived experiences, and more. They understand that true wisdom goes far beyond academic learning alone. It is a state of being that comes from synthesizing a wealth of knowledge over the course of a lifetime. Every challenge seekers face is an opportunity to gain new insights that will increase their wisdom and enable them to be even more helpful guides to those around them. Like shining lanterns in the darkness, seekers use their hard-won wisdom to illuminate paths for others and keep them from stumbling as they navigate their own journeys. However, seekers must take care to balance their endless thirst for knowledge with an appreciation for the present moment. They cannot be so focused on constantly acquiring new information that they forget to actually live their lives. The healer navigators, the empath soul archetype. Birth dates: 2nd, 6th, 16th, 23rd. Those born on the 2nd, 6th, 16th, or 23rd are empath souls, caring, compassionate individuals who are gifted with the ability to sense the emotions and experiences of others as if they were their own. Empath souls are emotional sponges who absorb the feelings and energies around them. They have an innate gift for empathy that allows them to deeply understand what others are going through, often in a profoundly spiritual way. Putting the needs of their fellow human beings before their own comes naturally to these remarkable souls. Caring for others is as vital to them as breathing. They have a deep understanding of human emotion that allows them to be endlessly supportive, always ready to lend a compassionate ear or a warm, comforting embrace. However, achieving balance is an ongoing challenge that empath souls must navigate. Their boundless capacity for empathy and their intrinsic drive to nurture others can sometimes leave them depleted if they don't take time for essential self-care. The spiritual journey of the empath soul is centered on emotional healing, both for themselves and for those around them. They understand on a profound level that spiritual growth starts from within. Prioritizing practices like self-reflection, emotional release, and radical self-love allows them to refill their own cup so they can continue being a source of light for others. In a world that can often feel cold and uncaring, empath souls shine as beacons of empathy, love, and compassion. Their warm presence reminds the rest of us of the healing power of truly seeing and accepting one another. They make the world a kinder, gentler place simply by being who they are. The dynamic achievers, the warrior and endure archetype. Birth dates: 1st, 8th, 15th, 26th. If you were born on the 1st, 8th, 15th, or 26th of any month, you are an endurer. These resilient souls possess an extraordinary blend of ambition, determination, and an unwavering spirit that allows them to overcome any obstacle. Endurers approach life's challenges head-on, never backing down no matter how tough the road gets. They don't just survive adversity, they grow stronger because of it. Each trial, each setback, is an opportunity for them to forge an unbreakable will. Like a blade of steel tempered by the intense heat of a raging fire, endurers emerge from their struggles tougher, sharper, and more resilient than ever before. They are living proof that what doesn't kill you truly does make you stronger. On their spiritual journey, endurers spend considerable time in deep reflection, seeking to understand the inner battles they've fought and the deeper meaning behind their trials. They don't run from their demons, they confront them directly, using their pain as fuel to propel them forward on their path. Through intense introspection and by tapping into their vast inner strength, endurers discover a profound sense of purpose that guides them through life's most daunting challenges. Their resilience in the face of adversity is truly inspirational. Endurers are trailblazers who create a powerful ripple effect, reminding those around them that they too can overcome seemingly insurmountable odds. Their very presence is a wake-up call that says, "You are stronger than you realize. Keep fighting. You've got this." Embracing your archetype. Understanding your spiritual archetype based on your birth date can provide profound insights into your fundamental nature, core values, innate strengths, and life's purpose. Whether you resonate with the authenticity and liberation of the rebel who challenges norms, the nurturing wisdom of the guidelight who mentors through darkness, the solitude and self-discovery of the hermit who dives within, the introspection and mystery of the mystic who explores consciousness, the creativity and inspiration of the artisan who expresses the beauty of the divine, the endless curiosity and wisdom of the seeker who guides through knowledge, the compassion and empathy of the empath soul who nurtures others, or the resilience and determination of the endurer who finds strength through adversity. Each of these archetypal forces offers a unique lens through which to discover a deeper understanding of who you are and why you are here. No singular archetype perfectly defines the multitudinous complexity of a human soul. We are all a blend of these primal energies to varying degrees based on our birth date and other cosmic influences. However, by studying these archetypes, we can gain clarity on our core essences. So embrace the power of your spiritual archetype. Let it be a guiding light that illuminates your highest callings and your soul's true path. Use the wisdom of your archetype to overcome your greatest challenges, amplify your gifts, and fulfill your sacred purpose in this life. When we each show up authentically as our highest archetypes, we create a beautiful tapestry of human experience collectively woven from resilience, empathy, wisdom, creativity, curiosity, solitude, nurturing, and liberation. This is the living embodiment of the divine on earth.